Hello everyone, how is everybody? So today I am uploading the very first video of my channel, and in this video I am going to talk about various learning series. So today I'm going to start with a learning series about geography. It is lines of latitude and longitude. So hope you enjoy this video and watch this video till the end. So today I'm going to do the first part. Well, stay tuned for the second part. So I am sharing the screen and together we will be studying. So let us start. So here is the screen. So as you can see, the screen is here, lines of latitude and longitude. So let's start about it. So lines of latitude and longitude. Lines of latitude and longitude help us to answer a key geographical question. Where am I? So you guys might have heard people say that which place am I in? Like what is the latitude and longitude of this place? So this lines of latitude and longitude helps us to answer a key geography question. This is the question, where am I? What are the lines of latitude and longitude? Lines of latitude and longitude refer to the grid system of imaginary lines you will find on a map or globe. Parallels of latitude and meridians of longitude form an invisible grid over the Earth's surface and assist in pinpointing any location on Earth with great accuracy. Everywhere has its own unique grid location, and this is expressed in terms of latitude and longitude coordinates. Lines of latitude are the horizontal lines. So on the left you can see a grid system. So there the horizontal lines that you can see are the lines of latitude, while the vertical lines that you can see are the lines of longitude. Now the lines of latitude tell us whether a place is located in the northern or the southern hemisphere, as well as they tell us how far north or south from the equator the place is, whereas lines of longitude indicate how far east or west of the prime meridian a place is. So, now we are going to talk about facts about lines of latitude. The equator is the 0 degree latitude line. North of the equator is the northern hemisphere, while south of the equator is the southern hemisphere. Lines of latitude cross the prime meridian longitude line at right angles, that is 90 degrees. Lines of latitude circle the globe or world in an east-west direction. Lines of latitude are also known as parallels. They are known as parallels because they are parallel to the equator and apart always at the same distance. Lines of latitude measure distance north or south from the equator, that is, how far north or south a point lies from the equator. The distance between degree lines is about 69 miles or about 110 kilometers. A degree equals 60 minutes. A minute equals 60 seconds. The northern hemisphere has latitudes between 0 degree, the equator, and 90 degrees north, the North Pole. The southern hemisphere has latitudes between 0 degree, the equator, and 90 degrees south, the South Pole. Now, these get shorter towards the poles, with only the equator the longest, and thus it forms the greatest circle. Now, here is a picture of a globe. So this is the Earth, and here you can see 0 degree refers to the equator, and 23.5 degrees north is the Tropic of Cancer. 66.5 degrees north is the Arctic Circle, while 23.5 degrees south is the Tropic of Capricorn, and 66.5 degrees south is the Antarctic Circle, and 0 degrees east or west refers to the prime meridian. So here the 66.5 degrees north, Arctic Circle, Antarctic Circle, Tropic of Capricorn, Tropic of Cancer, Equator, these are the main 5 lines of latitude. And prime meridian, 0 degrees east or west, is the main line of longitude. So as we move on, climate zones. We are going to talk about 3 climate zones here: torrid zone, temperate zones, and frigid zones. The torrid zone is also known as the tropics. It lies between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. It is also divided into the North Torrid Zone, which lies between the equator and the Tropic of Cancer, and the South Torrid Zone, which lies between the equator and the Tropic of Capricorn. Now we are going to talk about temperate zones. Temperate zones is divided into North Temperate Zone and South Temperate Zone. The North Temperate Zone lies between the Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle, while South Temperate Zone lies between the Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle. Frigid zones. It is also known as the polar regions. It is divided into North Frigid Zone, which lies between North Pole and the Arctic Circle, and South Frigid Zone, which lies between South Pole and the Antarctic Circle. Now we're going to talk about significant lines of latitude. The equator. The equator is located at 0 degrees latitude. The equator is 40,075.16 kilometers long, which is 24,901.55 miles. The equator divides Earth into the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. On the equator, the sun is directly overhead at noon on the two equinoxes, 21st June, 21st December. Locations north of the equator have latitudes between 0 degrees the equator and 90 degrees the North Pole. Locations south on the equator have latitudes between 0 degrees the equator and 90 degrees south the South Pole. On the equator, the length of day and night are equal every day of the year. The day is always 12 hours long. The night is always 12 hours long. So both of them are equal. Now we're going to talk about the tropics. The Tropic of Cancer. It is an imaginary line of latitude circling the Earth at approximately 23.5 degrees north of the equator. It passes through more cities than the Tropic of Capricorn, like Hawaii, portions of Central America, Northern Africa, the Sahara Desert, and Kolkata in India. The Tropic of Capricorn. It is an imaginary line of latitude circling the Earth at approximately 23.5 degrees south of the equator. It passes mainly through water, but crosses through or near places like Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, Madagascar, and Australia. Like here, water means sea, oceans. So now we're going to talk about the tropics. The tropics of Cancer and Capricorn. The area south of the Tropic of Cancer and north of the Tropic of Capricorn is known as the tropics, also torrid zone, because the climate is consistently warm all year due to the sun's angle. When it is summer south of the Tropic of Capricorn, it is winter north of the Tropic of Cancer and vice versa. So, like when it is Christmas in Tropic of Cancer, it is like during winter it is Christmas in Tropic of Cancer, while Christmas is in summer in Tropic of Capricorn. Now we're going to talk about the Arctic and Antarctic circles. The Arctic Circle. The Arctic Circle, a line of latitude, begins at 60 degrees north and marks the start of the area where, for at least one day each year, the sun does not completely set or rise. Animals including polar bears, reindeer, muskox, and polar hare are native to this region. Even though the Arctic Circle and the Antarctic Circle are polar opposites, the average temperature at the North Pole is higher. The lines of longitude that establish our time zones all converge at the pole. Now we are going to read about the Antarctic Circle. The Antarctic Circle is a line of latitude circling the Earth at 66 and 30 degrees south. So, the sun does not set or rise here as well. It separates the South Frigid Zone polar region from the South Temperate Zone, and it is between the Antarctic Circle and the Tropic of Capricorn. The Arctic Circle and the Antarctic Circle vary in location slightly because of minor fluctuations in the Earth's axial tilt over time. The Arctic Circle and the Antarctic Circle are also referred to as the polar circles. Now here we can see the Arctic and Antarctic circles. They are indicated by the red circular dashed line. So let me zoom it so that you can see the red circular thing that you can see in here. The red, you can see it's written Arctic Circle in here. So the red dashed line that you can see here circling the Arctic Ocean, and here as well circling Antarctica. This is the lines of latitude, the Arctic and Antarctic circles. Now we're going to read about North and South Poles. The North Pole, there is no land at the North Pole. The nearest land is about 700 miles away, but it is covered in a thick layer of ice around 6 to 9 feet thick. When you're standing in the North Pole, any direction you point is south. All the lines of longitude meet at the North Pole. During the summer, the sun is always up. The sun rises in March and sets in September. The magnetic North Pole is different from the true North Pole. The South Pole has a desert climate. Air humidity is nearly zero. However, high winds can cause the blowing of snowfall, and the accumulation of snow amounts to about 20 centimeters per year. It almost never gets above 0 degrees Celsius in Antarctica. The highest recorded temperature is 7 degrees Fahrenheit, that is minus 13.8 degrees Celsius. During the South Pole winter, late March to late September, it is dark all the time. In the summer, it is light 24 hours a day, although the sun is very low in the sky. The North Pole is located at 90 degrees north or at a 90-degree angle from the equator. The South Pole lies at 90 degrees south or at 90 degrees angle from the equator. Both are technically points, but are considered latitudes for geographical purposes. So, this was the end for today's lesson. So, we are again going to continue with the part 2 of lines of latitude and longitude on very soon. The video is coming very soon, so you have to stay tuned for it. I'm not gonna tell you when, but subscribe to my channel and click on the bell notifications and hit the like button if you like this video, and let me know in the comments below what kind of other lessons do you want, what subjects do you want to. So I hope I'll meet you all again. So thank you for watching this video, and thank you so much for joining me. So bye.